Is there anything I shouldn't talk about?
All right, so let's do this since we're live now. Let's do this and let's get started. Okay. This is RadioOnFire.com giving you more talk, more news, and more music. I go by the name of Diamond K. As you can see, I am joined by guests. I have a real live coat hanger all the way down, and a male model, right? And my guest, of course. I'll let you introduce yourself.
I'm Earle Bannister, a menswear designer.
So a menswear designer. See, I was gonna say fashion designer, and that would be wrong. See, he gave me this weird look like, you better not call me.
Well, what happened was when I first started designing, I designed men's clothes.
Okay.
Only, and I would do fashion shows. I traveled up and down the East Coast doing fashion shows, and after so many years of doing the same shows, the female models approached me and said, God, you got the guys looking better than us. Why don't you do some women's clothes? Why don't you do some women's dresses? Why don't you do a wedding? Why don't you do that? And I tried it. And I do women's clothes, but I love to design men's clothes. So that's why I prefaced it by saying I'm a menswear designer.
Okay. So it's is this a talent that can be taught? Because I really don't know about clothes. I was telling a very good friend of mine the other day, I hate to shop. I wish that all of my clothes were already in the closet and already there, so I didn't have to go shop. I hate trying on clothes. I hate, I know my size, I get it, and of course this leads to clothes having to go back. But for some strange reason, I'd rather have to take the clothes back than try it on. Then makes no sense, I know. But can I be taught? He's pity. He's giving me pity. No, can I be taught this skill that you have?
You cannot.
I agree.
Because it's not a talent, it's a gift.
Okay.
You can teach people how to sew, but you can't teach someone how to be an artist. You can't teach someone how to express themselves as an artist. You can't teach them what their voice is. Like, that's a gift.
When did you realize that you had a gift?
Ooh. I didn't realize it. I was just working and doing what felt good. And when I looked up, 15 years had passed, and I was this, big designer, and I had a bunch of clients, and I was doing shows every weekend somewhere.
Yep.
That's when I realized, hey, I must be doing something, but I didn't do it for notoriety or fame. I did it because I didn't want to do anything else. Like, I couldn't wait to wake up in the morning and cut those pants out or cut the dress out or prepare for a show. And when I looked up, you know how when you're having fun, time goes by so fast?
Yeah.
It seems like just season after season, year after year, just went by so fast that I didn't realize what I had become.
And so were people supportive of this, or what was that like the period when you were coming into your own?
People were supportive, but I didn't realize that this gift was a business.
Mm-hmm.
So it seemed like for probably 15 to 20 years, I was offering my gift to people who didn't really appreciate it because I didn't make them appreciate it. And,
you mean
business,
with the price?
Yeah.
Okay.
By price. Like, I would do a prom gown for $200 because I was glad somebody wanted me to make their prom dress because it was such a special dress for her. And I didn't realize, okay, I'm doing a dress for $200. It's going to take me a day to go get the fabric. It's going to take me a day to cut it out, a day to put it together, a day to fit her, and then a day to finish it. Just going to take me 40 hours to make this dress. So when it was all said and done, I made $5 an hour. And I couldn't make a living that way.
Yeah.
I couldn't continue to make a living that way.
Yeah.
So I like the fact that through this gift, I'm still learning about design, but more importantly, I'm learning about business and the way things really work.
Right. And that's good. And the way that you broke that down, I think a lot of entrepreneurs, because you are an entrepreneur,
Yeah.
need to understand that part. I think that they get the artist part, but they don't merge it with that business part. And obviously, I can tell by the way you told the story that you learned that the hard way.
Yeah, I did. I learned it the hard way, but I had fun.
Yeah,
I had fun. I made the dress, and she looked fabulous in the dress.
Right.
And the pictures still look great. And what I like about what I've done is if you see an Earle Bannister, whether it's a woman's dress or a man's look, you know Earle Bannister did that. Like I have my own signature, my own eye. And not many artists can say that. Like there's so many copycats out there.
Oh yeah, and a lot of them live in Baltimore. You know, so I mean, and since you said copycats, I was, you know, I asked you in the pre-interview chat. I always have a pre-interview chat with people to try to, you know, just kind of break the ice and, you know, kind of have them on their toes a little bit. So I asked you, was there anything that you didn't want me to ask? And so what I had in mind is probably not what you thought. So what I had in mind is there beef amongst the, you know, what we call your competitors?
Yes.
And like how does that translate? Like, you know, in rap, they'll make a song, you know, but how does that translate? How does the rivalries translate in fashion?
Well, yeah, there is beef between competitors locally, between designers and other menswear custom shops. What I've found is when people poke at you, it's because something at their home isn't right. Mm-hmm. Like maybe business isn't as good as they need it to be, or maybe they're having some financial issues with their business, or you know, it's something going on in their territory that makes them need to strike out at you. Because I've had people make comments about my clothes being clown clothes, costumes, colorful, a joke, and I don't get why you would need to tell someone that in order for them to purchase something from you.
Yeah, I never understood that. And that's just a mentality. It's hate. This is really an admirer of yours. And this is with anything. I've experienced the same thing, of course, you know, not with making clothes, but if you have a girl that you're talking to and another guy likes her, you know, the guy may say, you know, negative things about you, so they think that she will like you, him over him, but it makes her more inquisitive about the person that they're talking about. And I think that the same thing works in what you're talking about. It still makes the consumer interested in, you know, what they're speaking negative about. Yeah. You know, so.
And what they don't understand is there are 50,000 men that work in downtown Baltimore City.
I didn't know that. Wow.
Every day. I can't make 50,000 shirts. I can't make 50,000 suits. So why do I need everybody to be my customer? I don't. It's more than enough for everybody. It's more than enough for everybody. Mm-hmm. I don't need to poke at other companies and other businesses because it's too much out there. It's just too much. It's too much. And the other thing they don't realize is my clients are fiercely loyal to me because I haven't popped up with a shop last year saying I'm this and I'm that. I've been doing this for 25 years. You've seen my face every year for the past 25 years doing exactly the same thing. It hasn't changed from year one. I've been doing the same thing.
Yeah.
It's been a stable growth. And I've been someone that clients can count on to be there, to be on time, to deliver on time, to have a fair price, and to do what he says he's going to do, whether it's making your wedding gown or making the tuxedo or making your recommitment ceremony or your prom outfit.
So you've made wedding gowns?
Oh, yes.
Wow.
Yes, hundreds of wedding gowns.
That sounds pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've made some club mixes. Oh,
Wedding gowns take a lot longer.
no doubt, no doubt. Let's talk about fashion shows because especially when I was coming up as an artist in club music, I remember hearing your name, with fashion shows and just all these type of things. So let's talk about the beginning with fashion shows. How did you get started, doing that?
Well, I was a student at Morgan State University. I was in my senior year of electrical engineering, and I had some engineering internships at NASA.
Okay.
For 2 summers, I worked at NASA, and I didn't have like a zest for the job like my
Wasn't your
mentors
passion.
did.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that because I was a teenager. I didn't realize that you could live this life and do something you were passionate about. I just knew at that time I knew something was missing. Like I didn't love this work like my boss did. Like my boss would come to work. He didn't have to be work until 9, get off at 5. He would come at 6, leave at 9.
Mm-hmm. He was passionate.
He loved his job. He loved working. I wanted to live that way. I wanted to have a life that way. He was Asian. My second year at NASA, I had another mentor, and he was the same way.
Wow.
And I was like, okay. Like, I've never seen people love work this much. My parents work. My father's a retired principal. My mother's a retired sergeant for the D.C. Police Department. They didn't feel about their jobs that way. It was work.
So this was something that you hadn't seen before.
Right. And I felt like I want to be passionate this way. I want to look for, and plus the money was good. So that was at NASA for two summers. And then I worked at AAI in Hunt Valley for 2 summers. And it was the same thing. And I was like, something is missing. Like, why don't I like this? I'm majoring in electrical engineering. I'm doing pretty good in my classes. Like, I just felt like something wasn't connecting. And my senior year, my younger sister showed me how to use a sewing machine. So I was like 20, 21. She showed me how to use a sewing machine. And I didn't even know that I wanted to sew. But once I learned how to use a sewing machine, it was like something in me just grabbed me, and I had to make something every day. Every day I had to make something, whether it was curtains or pillowcases or change purses. And then after doing that for a minute, I was like, maybe I can make a shirt. So I made myself a shirt, and I made myself a pair of pants, and I made myself a jacket. And I looked up, I had like 30 outfits, and I was wearing them to class. And one of the model coordinators at Morgan, Annette Wedderburn, she's Annette Wedderburn now. She was like, "Earle, you got enough outfits. Why don't you do our fashion show?" And I did the fashion show. This is how ignorant I was.
At Morgan?
No, she was a Morgan student, but she did the show at the Dundalk Travel Plaza.
Okay.
There's a hotel there.
Okay.
She did the show there. That was my first show. And this lady came backstage and she said, "Are you the designer? Did you design these clothes? You're the designer?" And I was like, "What's a designer?" She's like, "Well, you made the clothes, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, I made these clothes." She's like, "Well, then you're the designer." Like, I didn't even know. I was clueless. So that's how it got started. So I was making clothes for myself, and then I started doing shows. And then I would do the shows, and people would ask me, "Can you make that for me?" And that kind of grew. So that was in
Word of mouth.
1991. Yeah. And in 1995, I was incorporated.
Wow. So this was like silky kind of shirts, like dress clothes.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm thinking back to the 91 era.
Imagine a navy
polka dot
shirt,
okay,
and matching pants in the same fabric.
Yeah. So this is like a Kid and Play Kwame type of.
Kind of like that. Yeah.
I like that look though. That was fun times. Those fun times. So how did you get incorporated? Like, did you have somebody that you were looking up to that was kind of giving you the way to go?
Well, I was working part-time, and the orders and fashion shows kind of started to take over. And I looked up, 2 years had passed.
Wow.
And it was like, okay, you've been working for 2 years. You need to get incorporated and pay some taxes.
Yeah.
And I met up with an accountant who got me incorporated. And so I was working with a store. I got too many stories. I was working with this store on Reed Street. And at first, I was just there as a tailor in the men's store.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, the owners, after about 6 months, rolled out. They
What do you
didn't
mean?
say, I'm leaving.
They just left.
They just left. They left the stock in there, everything. I'm looking for them. I'm still sending him checks for the rent I was paying. And the landlord came and said, we haven't been paid rent in 4 months. So what's going on here? I was like, well, you need to call them. He said, well, they're not answering the phone. We're going to have to evict you or whatever. And I'm thinking, what am I going to do? So I actually just took over the lease. And I had my first store on Reed Street by accident.
So you were able to work something out with him?
Oh, yeah. I was able to
And
work
he said,
something
okay,
out.
well, if you can do it.
I was able to work something out with him, yes.
Nice. Did you like the retail side of things?
No. Nope. Do not like retail. I actually worked in retail for 4 years. Okay, so I had my business in 95. It was going strong. 95, 2005, 10 years good. Like, I'm doing 40 to 50 fashion shows a year. I'm doing proms. I'm doing weddings.
You
having
hustling.
a great time. Yeah.
You hustling.
And in 2006, the stock market crashed.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Shit got crazy.
it didn't register. And I looked up and I started having difficult times paying my bills. And I'd never had problems paying my bills. So I was like, I got to get a part-time job somewhere. What can I do? Like, maybe I can be a tailor to dry cleaners or a store or something like that. And I got a call from Miss, well, she owns a tiny tailor shop on Baltimore Street, Miss Lydia. She's been a tailor in Baltimore for probably 35, 40 years. She's my mentor. And she just called me out of the blue. She said, Earle, Brooks Brothers is looking for a part-time tailor. They called me, but I ain't doing it. I got my shop. What I look like going down there on the weekends? I said, well, let me call them, and we'll see how this works. So, when I thought of Brooks Brothers, I thought, I don't know these people. I don't know the kind of people that shop there. My dad didn't shop at Brooks Brothers. I don't know what a $1,000 suit looks like. I don't know what a $100 shirt looks like. Why is it $100? Why is a suit $1,000? I didn't know all of that. So when I worked there, I got that education, and I found the client who lives that lifestyle. And they live that lifestyle not to show off, but it's just their wardrobe. It's just clothes. It's not a big deal. I mean, you go to a mall, there's a Nordstrom's at the mall, there's a JCPenney at the mall, and neither one of them's going out of business.
That's true.
So kind of water seeks its own level. So it gave me some insight into figuring out who I wanted my client to be, because I was able to take a break from what I was doing, from the grind. I mean, when you're inside of it and doing it and you don't have time to breathe and think about it and analyze it, you can get caught up in it.
Yeah.
And then when it crashes and the dust settles, it's like you have to take a vacation and think about, how you can make this different, how you can make it more effective, how can you make it more profitable. And I got a pretty good lesson working at Brooks Brothers for 4.5 years.
So this was a lesson that you could not have gotten in school.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
So you were out in the real world and getting that real life experience. So this has made you a more well-rounded.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm Earle Bannister. I'm this famous designer, and I'm at Brooks Brothers, and I'm thinking, I don't want anybody to see me here as a tailor. That's what I thought at first. But then I thought, I gotta be here for a reason. It's got to be something here. Like, because I didn't know about the $1,000 suits, I was able to learn about fabrics that were milled in Italy, milled in England, milled in Australia, and why they're milled in these different places, and what makes the fabrics different, and why the prices are different. I wouldn't have known that in my basement at home making clothes. Or on the road doing a fashion show. I was able to meet and talk with the men who buy suits from Brooks Brothers off the rack for $1,000 off the rack. And then I was able to meet and talk with the men who bought the custom suits from Brooks Brothers that were $3,000 that took 6 weeks to make. And, you know, my customers, I need a suit in 2 weeks, you know. Can you make it happen? Or it's Wednesday, I need a suit by Saturday. And they want to give me $300 for it. So I'm able to see what my gift is and how I can apply it in a different way just from working at Brooks Brothers. They're still my friends. The clients that I met there, they're still my friends. They're still my clients.
So you still do work for people that you met there.
Oh yes, and Brooks Brothers still refers their clients to me for alterations, for custom suits and shirts because they can't do the order for whatever reason. It's like I've learned the value of building relationships working there. So I worked there
good.
as a tailor.
But you still hate retail.
Yes, because I worked there as a tailor for 6 months, part-time tailor for 6 months, and then they talked me into going on the sales floor. They're like, Earle, with your background, you can sell custom-in suits and custom shirts. Nobody here does it. It won't be any competition for you. And they told me I can make $60,000 a year doing it. I was like, oh, God. With benefits? Okay, I can do that. And I gave it a shot, and the first year was rough. Because I grew up in a family where, your dad is telling you you're black, you have to work twice as hard to get half as much, and most of the clients coming in there are not black. So I'm intimidated by that, first of all.
I mean, but you're kind of light, though. No, but go ahead.
So I'm intimidated by that fact, and I'm like, Earle, you can't let your father's issues be your issues. Because you growing up not in the 50s and 60s like he did. You grew up in the 80s and 90s, so you can't make that be your issues.
I mean, so really, you came from a blue collar family. From the standpoint of your parents were hard workers, and it's just kind of like we work, lunch pail, kind of.
Well, my dad was a principal now. That's not white.
Well, that's not blue collar. Then no,
that's white collar.
Yeah, but he still had he still dealt with a lot of racism.
Yeah, as a child he did. I mean, I don't know what I would have done in the 60s.
How
if they
bad?
Told me I couldn't drink from a certain water fountain.
Well, I mean, it's just kind of crazy.
Yeah.
How bad did you have any issues like that or any situations like that at Brooks Brothers?
Yeah, they were few and far between, but they did happen. And I just had to chalk it up to, some people are just crazy. I mean, that's what I learned in retail. Oh, my God. You deal with different personalities all day. Like, some people, your personality isn't going to mix with theirs. Yeah. That's why there's 4 other salespeople in here. And that's why when people meet me or gravitate towards me, they're my customer for life. Because I'm not just a salesperson, I'm a friend, too. I'm somebody they can trust when they come in there.
So you have a fashion showcase that is coming up.
Yes.
It says that this is a relaunch. So let's talk a little bit about what does that mean exactly?
Well, it means just that. I did my last show in 2006, and that was at the Waxter Senior Center. I think it's on Cathedral.
Okay.
And there's about 300 people there, and I did it along with Alexander Couture.
Okay.
He's a designer that I shared a studio with, and the photographer Jeff Butler with Jazzy Studios. The 3 of us shared a studio together for about 2 years, and we kind of worked off of each other and produced these shows every 6 months. So the last one we produced was in 2006, and I'm an artist, so I'm sensitive, and and so we're preparing for this show, and the call tells me, I don't want to do this show with you. I don't want to use the same models that you use. Does Gianni Versace and Armani sew their clothes together? And I said, you know what? You're right. You're right, and you have a right to feel that way. But you're not Giorgio Armani, and
I was
going
gonna
to
say that. I was gonna say
and
that.
we're not in Italy or Paris. We're in Baltimore. So I thought in Baltimore, this is what works. Because we're designers. If you give me this fabric, I'm going to do what I can do out of this fabric to make some money out of it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to make a wedding gown out of cotton shirt fabric. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to do what I can do with it. And as an artist, that's what we do. And I don't get why you find a problem with us doing the show together. But his reasons were valid.
Yeah.
So, I was hurt behind that, and he went on and he does his own shows now. Well, he's done probably a show every year since then. And I've gone to the shows, and I think I've participated in one. Oh, yeah.
That's good.
Of course I've supported it.
That's
I
good.
think it may be a little bit of ego, too. Well, he told me that he got tired of working for 4 and 5 months on a show. And at the end of the show, or the next weekend, everybody's talking about my wedding gown. Nobody says anything about his stuff.
Because he does do wedding gowns, just so y'all know.
Yeah. And I could understand that. I said, well, then you close the show. Like, I'm fine with you. I mean, this is our show. I don't make the decision as to who goes first or last or who shows what or how. So I said, you go last if that's how you feel about it. But with the two of us giving this show, it takes half the effort to pack the place.
Absolutely.
You're selling tickets. I'm selling tickets. You have your clients. I have my clients. If the budget is $5,000, I don't have to come up with $5,000 myself. The three of us can come up with $1,333.33 each to give this show.
Did you explain that to him?
I did, and he
I don't see how you can refute that.
And again, we're in Baltimore, and our clients are in Baltimore and D.C. So I thought it was a win-win for everybody. It wasn't for him. So he went his way. I took a break. As I'm like, okay, there's something about this game I'm not understanding. Because I've always passed the resources. I've always passed the torch. I've always shared information. But when I met other designers, I'm like, oh my God, where'd you get those buttons? Or where'd you get that zipper? Or where'd you get that fabric? Not that I'm going to buy it, but, they don't want to share their resources.
Yeah, that's true.
And I'm the first one, let me get you their card. I'm going to text you their information. Because you know what? When that fabric store stays in business, I can still go to them and get fabrics and linings. The more successful they are, the more they're selling, and they don't have to raise their prices just to stay in business. So it's better for me to refer them.
You should get some classes because a lot of people don't understand that they're thinking at it from a completely selfish point. I want to be the only person with these buttons, or it's my buttons, punk.
I've had clients who won't tell people that I made their clothes. But people know my look. They're like, Earle made that for you. He's like, oh, no, I got this made up in New York. No.
You lie.
Yeah, I made that for you. And you complained about it the whole time. So I would take less money for it.
Yeah.
Or you complained about the buttons, or you complained about the fit. You were complaining about whatever. And I'm like this. As keen as my eye is, you're not going to see something I can't see. But if you have a personality that's insatiable, then I've done all I can do. And don't order from me again.
Oh, my.
But next month, he's ordering another
He's back.
suit.
He's back, yeah.
Telling people he got it in New York.
Some people are just like that. Was it popular demand? Was it a void that you felt? What made you want to come back after almost 10 years of not doing the show?
Definitely a void. Definitely a void. I've gone to other designers' fashion shows. And I got started because I went to Travis Winke's fashion shows in the late 80s and early 90s. And I was mesmerized by the clothes on the runway. I was mesmerized by the designers and the models. Like,
Travis is my godfather.
this is just clothes, and look what it's doing to me. He would bring designers from California, New York, New Jersey, Philly, D.C., and they were at Martin's West. He'd have over 1,000 people there.
Yeah,
the
it's
runway
crazy.
is, 150 feet long, and these people are just walking. And every year, I was looking forward to that show.
Yeah.
And my goal is always to present a show on that level. I think we did it this year. So here's the voice. So I stopped doing shows in 2006. I'm still making clothes for people, though. I just stopped doing shows. But I'm going to other people's shows, going to support. gone to help them backstage or whatever they need, including Carl, because we're still friends. He's coming to my show. And I'm sitting in the audience like, this is boring. I'm sitting here looking at this mess. I don't want any of this mess. I don't want any of it. Like, I came here with my credit card to support you. You don't have a shirt I can wear. You don't have a jacket I can wear somewhere. You don't have a pair of jeans I can sport or a T-shirt with your logo. Like something like, give me something I can take out of here to support you. It seemed like the shows were skin shows. You know, they're showing, you know, half-naked women. They're showing half-naked men. It's nasty. It's disgusting. Who's going to wear that? It's a joke. Or they're showing women in trash bag dresses. Or
I don't like that.
Newspaper
Yeah.
recycled. I don't need to see that.
Yeah,
I don't need to pay you
exactly.
to see that. Like, why would I pay you to see some trash bags or recycled good? Like,
Yeah, I don't like that look.
what is this? You all are taking fashion to a level it's not supposed to be. Like, you're making a joke of it, and it's not a joke. It's not a joke.
Yeah, you take that serious. I see.
Yeah, I do.
I have a funny question. Why are the models? Why do the models have to be tall? Why can't I be a runway model?
Okay, well, you have to understand that a fashion show is like a car show, is like a dog show.
I don't get it.
Okay.
I don't get it.
So the first thing is,
Because they have shorter dogs at the dog show.
I know,
I seen them.
but and they're shorter, and they have to be within a certain measurement or weight or color
Okay.
to be best in breed. So models are like the best in breed, and I'm sorry to
No, that's all right.
relate them to pets, but
Yeah.
models have to be a certain perfection, a certain measurement, a certain look,
But why?
because it's aspirational. It's for people
For the audience.
Yes.
So, because what I thought, see, in my theory, I thought it was that the designers envisioned a certain body type in their garments, and they all just wanted this certain type of, I want the guy's legs to be this, long, and to be, I guess, I don't know, 6 feet, maybe that's probably the standard. And, like the women are very tall, the guys are very tall on the runway aspect of it. And I just never understood why it had to be like that.
Yeah. Well, my understanding is that we made, like, for instance, I made this jacket in a 42 regular. I'm not going to make it in a 48, in a 50, and hope that somebody can fit it and look great in it for a photo shoot.
Right.
I can call a model up who's going to be a 40 to 42 and come and do a show. He's dressed and he looks great. I can take the same outfit to another runway show, and the models are about the same size. So
I see.
that's the main reason.
I see. Okay.
For fashion shows and photo shoots.
I see. So, so the outfit here. So we have our model here. What's our model's name?
Rick Palmer.
Rick Palmer. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
All right. So, okay. So what do we have here?
So I wish he could stand up, but
Yeah, let him stand.
can you stand? He has on a cloak. Now cloaks are going to be hot, and I don't mean to bang on the
Now,
table.
and so she said a cloak, and so I didn't know what the difference between a cloak and a coat is what.
Okay, so a cloak is a coat that doesn't have sleeves. Sometimes it has slits in it where you can put your sleeves through.
Okay.
And sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you just have to keep your arms inside the cloak.
Okay.
I've been doing cloaks since I started sewing. Because I would get inspiration from the black and white movies
Yeah.
from the 30s and 40s, and I just love the way they dressed then.
So, so when you see guys, do you can envision what would look good on them? So, like the difference between Rick and I guess different types of clothing would work better, or I guess like prints and different types of things.
Okay.
Is that true?
That is true. everyone needs a tailor that they can build a relationship with.
Okay.
Because your tailor is not going to lead you astray. Like, they're going to know your personality, know the kind of work you do, know the circumstances where you may need a suit or not need a suit, to make recommendations for you. It's not like, oh, well, he can wear this and he can wear that. No, you kind of build it and learn each other. And you say, okay, well, I'm comfortable working with Earle because whenever I go out, I get compliments. Or I'm not working with Earle because I never really get compliments when I work with him. Or I'm not that comfortable in the stuff that he recommends. So you got to kind of build a relationship with someone who's going to refer the best look for you.
All right, so back to this cloak, which I can see a cloak is not going to work for me, but
It will work for you.
it can work for me.
It will work for you, especially in cities.
And that's what I was going to ask you. Like a look like Rick has, what would be the best type of occasion for this kind of look?
Well, definitely going to another fashion event.
Okay.
Or a fashion show, or a place where he's going to be honored and he's going to be the spotlight.
Because when he walks in with this, people are going to be paying attention. Who does he
yeah.
think he is?
Yeah. Yeah. But if you put your sleeves inside the cloak, it's a much more subtle statement. That's what I like about it. I like surprises.
Okay.
I like people to not get it all when they see you. Like, not to be so obvious.
Okay. So, Rick is one of the models that's going to be featured?
Definitely. Yeah, he auditioned in March,
Yes.
I think. And I was like, oh, he's wearing everything.
So how does that process work? So the audition, is this a verbal communication? This is I need you to walk the floor. Like how does an audition go?
Yeah, we set up a runway and play some music, and they come dressed in black, and they just show us what they can do on the runway. Because it's a model's responsibility to tell a story, to evoke a lifestyle. That's their talent. That's their gift.
Yeah, I can't do it. I wouldn't be able to do it. I can talk a good game, but I don't know how well I could walk the runway. Wow. All right. So okay. So what else we have here with the cloak? Okay. So he's inside. Now he's inside the venue, and they say we need you to check your cloak.
Okay. First
and
of
the
all,
cloak check.
Yeah, it's double-breasted.
Oh, okay.
And most of them are single-breasted. But what I really like about this is the lining.
Okay, that's fly.
Yes.
Coordinate.
Yeah. Well, my theme this year is black and white. So, yeah, you can take the cloak off completely.
So this is a more of a winter outfit, would you say?
The cloak makes it winter.
Yeah.
But his jacket, vest, and pants are year-round. I try to use fabrics that you can wear year-round.
So you have to have confidence to wear this. I could wear this. I could wear this, but I know some people that could not wear it. It would draw too much attention to them.
Good.
And but like you say, and attention is good if you're in the business of getting attention. Mm-hmm. This is nice. Okay, so we have a vest underneath.
Yep, it's a vest underneath, and this is wool fabric. This giraffe print is wool fabric. I bought it in New York. When I saw it, I almost passed out because it spoke to me. I wish I would have bought more. So I did a jacket and a vest, cream, winter white slacks that are fully lined. Usually women's pants are fully lined, and we offer fully lined pants at the custom shop. So I tried it, and I know you can feel the difference. They feel like silk on your legs.
Okay. So the shirt, it
Oh, yeah.
It reminds me of I don't know, Purple Rain.
It does?
A little bit. If it had the button right here, but it doesn't have it. Now it's
that's
different.
just
Okay,
a
it looks
turtleneck.
different now. Okay, so when you took the jacket off, it seems different now.
Yep, it's actually pleated georgette. And I like this fabric because you can ball it up. You don't have
And it
to
won't be
iron
wrinkled?
You can throw it in a washing machine, and you don't have to worry about it.
I need fabric like that because
it travels
wrinkled.
very well. It travels very well.
So that's I see he has the right words. It travels well.
Yeah.
It travels well. Okay, so now it seems like Can this work without the jacket? Could he just do it like that?
Oh yeah.
If he chose to, would it be destroying or disrespecting the outfit to wear it without the jacket?
It would not be. It would not be. These are just pieces that I dreamed about and brought them to life. And it's for a client to see it and say, "Hey, I like that jacket, but can we do something more subtle?" Or "I like it. Can you make it louder? Or can you do it in brown? Or
So you were talking when you were talking about going to the fashion shows and having your credit card. So that's one of the benefits of a fashion show, to see pieces that you like and then order pieces from the designer.
Yeah, because
I just got, you just schooled me on it. I just got that. I'm thinking literally we're just looking at clothes, and it's like the whole process wasn't really registering with me. I'm so stupid.
Well, people into fashion can't live without things.
Yeah.
Like, they're getting that clothes, or they're going to get that shirt, or they're going to get that dress, and nothing's going to stop them from getting it. And that's what I like about clothes.
So these are custom pieces, but so you can get them, like if I wanted this, like red is my color, so like if I wanted this in red, this is something that we could, or like a style. Maybe it wouldn't be the same print, but I mean like a style.
Oh, yeah, definitely get the style again, because I make my own patterns, and I cut the fabric, and it's built for you. It's created for you.
And the prices obviously are determined by fabric, whatever the type of fabric it is.
It actually, the fabric has a determination, but most of the cost is the labor. So the price is really based on the labor.
Okay, so at the upcoming fashion show, which is June the 14th.
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about that. What people are going to see. What can they expect at the show? I'm going to be there.
Oh, good. Well, how many people you bringing? Is it just you and the guests?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. That's okay.
That's good. Yeah. I couldn't remember. I'm sorry.
Let me know.
Here's the thing. The show is sold out, and I don't want people.
Do you have 2 seats?
I will know after this. Okay. I'm going to go home and do the count. Because what I've really learned is how important customer service is.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want people to feel let down or unappreciated. And I would rather have I would rather tell someone, "Hey, we're sold out and we have a couple seats there today," than say, "Oh yeah, give me your money," and they're there standing up.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I guess we could always, do interviews and stuff like that, and then we don't need a seat. We could just stand with a microphone.
Oh, you can stand. You can do that.
We can stand with a microphone. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's not. I'm not bringing a date. One of the people from the station.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in January, I started building the line, and I went to New York and bought fabrics. Went to Philly. Went to Atlanta. And when I was buying the fabrics, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I just knew I wanted it to be black and white. And I knew I wanted every piece to be a showstopper. And that's what I've tried to do. So I've tried to make a line of inspirational clothes, aspirational clothes. So, some pieces, people say, "I love it." And most people will just say, "Wow." Like, one of my favorite designers is Alexander McQueen. And I look at his clothes and I'm just wowed by him. Like, I couldn't wear them, I couldn't afford them, but I love to see his clothes. I know that he's a master. I know that he knows how to direct his ateliers to get what he wants from his sketches and renderings. So that's.
So you can draw?
Oh yeah, I can draw.
So that's real important in your line of work.
It's very important because it saves money. It's cheaper to write this, to sketch this dress on a sheet of paper, than to make the dress and say, "Oh, I don't like it." If I don't like it on paper, I can just erase it.
Yeah.
And
well, I mean, that makes sense. That makes sense. So tickets are sold out. So what if people wanted to see it, but they can't see, so they just won't be able to see it?
They'll be able to see. They'll be able to see it on YouTube by the 21st of June.
Okay. So it's gonna be video in the house.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Good. That's good.
Yes,
that's
definitely.
good. And so, is there a host?
Yes. Caprice Bono I forgot what I was saying, but Caprice
Well, I mean,
is the
it's like-
commentator.
okay.
So
So she's the here in the black and white outfit like that. She's gonna be talking like that.
oh no,
Oh,
oh
did I
no,
my bad. What-
no, that's a '70s fashion.
Okay.
No, she'll just kind of introduce the designer and the collection, and we'll see the collection. So
Perfect.
the day is
Okay.
going to start off actually with a student designer competition.
Wow.
We're going to give away a $2,000 scholarship to one of the 12 student designers who are going to, they're each given a runway presentation
Very nice.
of 2 outfits. And we have some judges from the local fashion industry that are going to judge their runway presentation.
All right, and you're gonna announce the winners there.
Yes. And we're going to give the winner a check for $2,000 for school.
That's what's up.
So we got some
Very good.
sponsors on board who have supported the scholarship program. The QG department store is located down at 31 South Calvert Street.
Mm-hmm.
Actually have my tailor shop on the 5th floor in the men's store.
Okay.
They did a big favor by financially sponsoring the fashion show and supporting the student scholarship program.
Very good. Any other sponsors you want to mention?
Yes, I got to mention Massberg Creative. It's my sister. She created my website. You know, for years, people told me, you know, you got to get a website or you got to get a website. And I'm telling them, I am a custom designer. You can't shop for me on the internet. You have to come here. You have to get off your phone and get off the internet and come here to the shop and get measured. You can't do this stuff online. And I refused to get a website. I refused to get a website because I didn't want to just do things because everybody else is doing them.
Yeah.
But
You said
now-
that internet thing is a fad.
Well, no, I didn't think it was a fad. I just thought it wasn't for me.
Yeah.
I just thought, I'm a custom designer. Like, who buys a $4,000 wedding gown online? You come and see the person you're going to spend his money with and spend the next 6 months of your life with doing fittings.
Right.
Like, you don't do it online. But online gives you an exposure
Yeah.
that,
And people can find out, you know, about you, and then they say, I want to get more information, and I want to go meet him.
and they can make an appointment to
Right.
come and see me.
Right.
So
You were kicking and screaming against that initially.
I was. So she put my website together, and I did a photo shoot with Jazzy Photos.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to them, definitely.
Yes, definitely shout out. He's the official photographer for the show.
Very good.
We use his pictures on the flyer, use his pictures on the website, and I can't tell you how he makes me look good, how he makes my clothes look great. I've only seen my clothes in person. Like, I've seen them from the fabric to the finished product, but to see the image in film, it kind of gives it another life that I didn't know it could be. I just thought it could just be what I made it to be. But pictures can give it its own kind of life for us.
Yeah.
And that's what the internet helps to do as well.
Absolutely.
So I'm looking forward to the Glam Gurus doing that hair and makeup for the show.
Absolutely.
They put it down.
They. I just learned this. They beat the face.
Yeah, and it's
Or
a new
the
word
face
called
was beat. The face was
Okay.
not.
And they saying something about
It
your
was-
face is on fleek. Or
Fleek.
What does
Fleek.
that mean?
It's like
What does
beat.
fleek mean?
It's like beat,
Oh, okay.
but it's fleet with a K. Fleet.
Right, because I
Right.
thought they were saying
Right.
other words.
That's that
Like,
new.
why would you want your
That's
face
that
to be
new
like
stuff. Yeah.
that? And this year is my first time getting a shoe sponsor.
Oh,
I
wow.
got Alan Edmonds at QG to be the men's shoe sponsor.
Okay.
They're sponsoring the shoes for the men. And what I like about Alan Edmonds is they're made in the USA.
That
They're
is good.
quality shoes that are made in the USA. They stand behind their product, no questions asked. If you have a problem with the shoe, send it back to the factory. They'll either fix it or give you a new pair. And these shoes last. And these shoes fit your foot. Like, they come in different widths. Like, not just a 10D or 10.5D.
Yeah.
They come in 10E, 10A, 10AA. Whatever your foot is, they'll make the shoe for you. It only takes 4 weeks.
Okay.
So they are the men's shoe sponsor for the show.
Very good.
I'm very grateful for that. Course I said Quintessential Gentleman and Take Time Full Service Hair Salon. Along with Glam Gurus, they're doing the hair and makeup. So I'm excited.
I am too.
It's
That's
like,
what's up.
I realized after taking a break from this that you kind of need a team of people to do this.
Yeah.
To make it
Definitely.
phenomenal, to make it impactful.
Definitely.
When I would go to Travis Winky shows back in the 90s, he'd have like all these backstage people and all these people at the front desk. I'm like, what are all these people for? Like, is everybody just trying to be around Travis because he's famous?
Some of them might have been trying to do that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But I see that it takes a team of people that are just as talented as I am as a designer to do PR, to do marketing, to put the show together, to coordinate the models backstage. Like,
Coordinate.
and it's people who are fiercely talented like I am as a designer in those areas, and those are their gifts. So it takes a team of gifted people to pull off something like this. And I'm grateful to be able to work with them.
Absolutely. So, unfortunately, if you did not get tickets, you won't be able to be there live. But it all, well, maybe. You say maybe? You don't know?
It might be 1 or 2 seats. But
Okay.
we won't know until 2:59, June 14th.
But, I'll say that nothing feels better than knowing that your house is going to be packed
Yes.
before you get there. Because you know how that, that feeling that, you don't know, oh, that's a bad feeling.
That's
But
true.
the feeling of it's already packed, that's a
Yeah.
good feeling.
It is.
That's a good problem to have.
It's
And-
also a responsibility, too. It's a
How
responsibility
so?
to deliver on
Well,
the
yeah, well,
expectation
definitely.
and satisfy their anticipation. And I know I'm going to do that.
So it is from 3 to 7, the Lord Baltimore Hotel, 20 West Baltimore Street, downtown Baltimore.
In their grand ballroom. Now, their grand
Okay,
ballroom,
that's hot.
The grand ballroom has 2 floors. It's 2 levels. So you have a balcony area that's going to be the lounge for our VIP.
Okay, well, that's what's up.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
working
so
it out for us.
There's no chair for me. It's all right. I'll be okay. I'll be okay. So how do you feel about social media?
I'm beginning to appreciate it.
Okay.
I don't like myself on TV and in video and pictures and like my sisters made me put that picture on the back of the flyer.
Yeah. This is good.
I don't like to see me on stuff, but it works and it's reaffirming.
Tell me this. Do you wear things you don't design?
Yes, rarely, but it would have been something that I would have designed because everything's not all about design. I mean, design is like art. The clothes that I make are special clothes. They're for special occasions in your life. They're not for every day.
So you wear T-shirts and
Yes.
jeans and
Yep. Yeah, when I'm
sneakers?
going grocery
You wear
shopping,
sneakers?
They don't look like sneakers.
What? What do you mean?
They don't look like sneakers. You see, we have to understand.
Well, like Chuck Taylors? You wear like
no,
that?
they're actually called Scarpa mountain boots, mountain shoes. So
okay.
they look like a tennis shoe, but they're waterproof. They are fleece lined. They're really comfortable, and they look slick to me.
So like you don't see a pair of Jordans and like I want them.
No,
No, it doesn't happen. Okay.
no, I'm not I don't do the trends.
Okay.
I don't do the trends.
Okay. So you do have social media? Do you want to shout that out?
Yes, I'm on Facebook, Earle Bannister on Facebook, and Earle Bannister on Instagram. See, I had to think about
You
it.
just Instagram, right?
I just got on Instagram in January.
What?
Yeah, and I have
As somebody that's making clothes, you definitely need to be on
Well, I'm
Instagram.
learning
Heavy.
that.
You need to be on there heavy.
I'm learning that. I have like 850 followers already.
Yeah, you getting it moving. And what's the website?
Oh, the website is www.ebannister.com.
ebannister.com. People can make appointments, I'm assuming.
Yep, from the website.
And try to get your outfit on fleek.
Yeah, but the best thing to do is to contact me on my website and, send me an email about what you want to do. And then I can send you an estimate or I can find out your budget. Like, let's do the email.
Or refer you to somebody else.
Yes, and I'll do that because a lot of
I knew you
people
would.
are doing the fashion thing or doing custom. And designers are out there at different price points, and
I will not be one of the designers, thankfully. But yeah, I get it. I get it, and it's good that you have the you have the personality that's like, if it's not for you, if I can, and everybody, like you said, is not like that. But that's good. You do that, and it comes back. So
it does, and it comes back more than you could anticipate, more than you could dream. It comes back. It's crazy the way things work, but it works.
All right. So the model does not speak.
He just looks good. He makes my clothes look so good.
Does not speak. All right. So you're going to be at the event.
I am.
Walking the runway. I will be standing. Holding a microphone. No, it's all good. But I definitely want to thank your promotions team. Does she want to be acknowledged? No, she's not here. Just say hi. Just mention you. What is your name? Okay,
well,
so
I gotta thank my public relations, Katanya Lester.
Okay.
Who set this up? Looked up. She's got me interviews on the radio, on TV, and this is not something I'm used to. I'm not used to talking about me.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah. But you're warming up, and it worked out exactly how I planned it. I knew about halfway through he's gonna be like,
Oh, good.
Yeah, that's what's up. So definitely, I want to thank you for coming through, and you as well, Rick.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking forward to the show. I do enjoy fashion shows. So I mean, something tells me there's not going to be a swimsuit scene, but that's okay. I will be fine. I will survive. Okay. So.
But you don't need to show skin when you have talent.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm on social media at The Diamond K Show, radioonfire.com. Tomorrow, Sound Vision DJs will be here in the mix, and I believe Super DJ Big L will be back tomorrow. But definitely check radioonfire.com for that full lineup. So this weekend's going to be crazy, but we get into the summer, and it's good. I'm good. So you have the last word? Anything you want to say?
If you didn't get your tickets, next time, get your tickets early. We started promoting tickets in March for the show in June, and we had a big discount on the tickets for about 6 weeks. And now people are ready to pay the full price, and there's no tickets left.
It works like that. That's Baltimore for you. Will you be making an announcement about the next show at this one?
I probably won't, because we're still trying to figure out if we want to do this again or do it at a different level.
Okay.
Like maybe have more designers, or maybe have a designer competition instead of a student designer competition. It's like so many opportunities to do this. It might be a 2-day event where we incorporate both ideas.
Okay.
Because there is a hunger out there for real fashion, real talent, intelligent fashion shows that tell a story where you leave changed.
And that is the kind of show that we're going to see on the 14th.
Definitely. That's
okay.
The kind of show you're going to see.
I want to. I need to see that. Yeah.
You're going to be surprised. It's not just clothes.
It's a lifestyle, people.
Right.
I need to get my mind right. She told me I need to step my game up on the clothes. That's it. Everything else was good. All right. So thank you for tuning in. Stay connected with us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Radio on Fire. Thanks for listening. I will see you guys next time.
Thank you.